Have you ever found yourself working on a project that felt like it was drifting, with no clear direction or official backing? Perhaps you were unsure who had the authority to make critical decisions, or even if the project should truly exist. If so, you have experienced the critical gap that the project charter is designed to fill. This lecture is going to show you how to avoid that common pitfall, solidify your authority, and get your projects off to an authorized, confident start. As you move forward in your project management journey, you will find that mastering these foundational documents is crucial for both your Certified Associate in Project Management exam success and your real-world project leadership. With the project charter in place, you have the official mandate to begin shaping the project. In our next lecture, we are going to build directly on this authorization by learning how to create a high-level project scope. This will define the boundaries of your project, ensuring everyone understands what is and is not included. Get ready to put this knowledge into action and confidently lead your projects. The project charter is the foundational document that formally authorizes the existence of a project. It grants the project manager the authority to apply organizational resources to project activities. Think of it as the official green light, the executive mandate that gives your project legitimacy within the organization. Without it, you're essentially trying to build a house without a legal permit or even formal ownership of the land. Let us use a simple analogy to anchor this concept. Imagine you are building a new extension on your home. Before you can even dig the first foundation, you need a building permit. This permit formally authorizes your construction, confirms you have the right to build, and outlines the basic parameters of what you're allowed to do. It names you as the person responsible for the construction. That building permit is your project charter for the home extension. Developing the project charter is the very first process in the project integration management knowledge area. As we discussed in the orientation section, it is crucial because it aligns the project with the strategic objectives of the performing organization. This alignment ensures that the project is not just a good idea, but a necessary one that contributes to the organization's larger goals. To develop a project charter, you need several key inputs. First, you will need business documents such as a business case or a benefits management plan, which provide the justification for the project and define the expected benefits. These documents explain why the project is being undertaken. Second, agreements like contracts or service level agreements might exist if the project involves external parties. Third, enterprise environmental factors are critical. These include organizational culture, infrastructure, marketplace conditions, and government regulations. Fourth, organizational process assets are vital, providing templates, historical information, and lessons learned from previous projects. With these inputs, you then apply various tools and techniques. Expert judgment is often the first and most critical. This involves consulting individuals or groups with specialized knowledge in areas such as project management, industry specifics, or legal requirements. Data gathering techniques such as brainstorming, focus groups, or interviews help to collect information and ideas from stakeholders. Interpersonal and team skills like conflict management, facilitation, and meeting management are essential for bringing diverse stakeholders together to agree on the charter's content. Finally, meetings themselves are where these discussions and decisions often take place, bringing together sponsors, key stakeholders, and the future project manager. The output of this process is, of course, the project charter itself. This document typically includes the project purpose, measurable project objectives and success criteria, high-level requirements, overall project risks, summary milestone schedule, pre-approved financial resources, key stakeholder list, project approval requirements, and the assigned project manager with their authority level. This last point is absolutely vital. The charter formally assigns you the project manager and defines the scope of your power. Let us consider a scenario. Imagine you are Alex, a newly appointed project manager for a company launching a new internal training platform. Your sponsor, the head of human resources, verbally tells you to get this done quickly. We need it next quarter. Alex is enthusiastic and immediately starts planning tasks and allocating resources based on this verbal instruction. He feels pressure to deliver fast. Here is the decision point. What should Alex do immediately upon receiving this verbal instruction before proceeding with any detailed planning? Should he dive straight into creating a detailed work breakdown structure, or should he insist on a formal document? The correct decision for Alex is to insist on developing a project charter first. Rushing into planning without this formal authorization is a common mistake. Without a charter, Alex lacks the clear mandate and formal authority to direct resources. His project objectives might shift, and he might face resistance from functional managers who question his authority to request their team members. The complication here is the pressure to start quickly. If Alex had proceeded without the charter, he would likely encounter scope creep, budget disagreements, and a constant struggle to get decisions made. The consequence of not having a charter is often project failure or significant delays and cost overruns. The lesson extracted here is profound. Formal authorization through a project charter is not a bureaucratic hurdle. It is a critical enabler of project success and project manager authority. This is a common pattern for exam questions, which often test your understanding of the foundational documents and the correct sequence of project initiation. They will often present a scenario where a project manager is asked to start a project without proper authorization. One common confusion is mistaking the project charter for a detailed project plan or a statement of work. Remember, the project charter is a high-level document. It is created before detailed planning begins. It defines the project at a summary level, providing the initial authorization and vision, but it does not specify every task, resource, or exact timeline. Those details come later in the planning processes that follow. The charter is the what and why at a high level, not the how in detail. This critical document sets the stage for everything that follows. It is the bedrock upon which all subsequent planning is built. You now understand that developing the project charter is your first major step in ensuring your project has a solid foundation and your role as project manager is formally empowered.